That was quite a thing. Well, I tell you, me and my brother went to town. Freddie, he was my oldest brother, and he was supposed to pick me up after the show. It was, well, say 11:30, 11 o'clock, 11:30. And I went and seen, what they call it, a mummy's tomb. And nobody should go see a story like that, eh? But anyway, he was supposed to meet me after the show, and we'd come home together. But he went somewheres, or he came home. I forget what it was. But anyway, he didn't show up, and I stayed around the theater, Capitol Theater them days. And he didn't show up, and it came 12:30, and it closed down. So I had to walk all the way home. And when I got down the beach here, well, it was during the wartime, eh? And we heard of all the bodies floating around, you know what I mean, out to sea and things. And I was coming up beach there, and I stepped into something, and it squashed up in my shoes up to my ankles. And I took off and got home. Next morning, I said, well, I was pretty scared. There's no getting away from it. The next morning, I kind of thought about it, and I said, well, something wrong. I got to go see what it was. And when I got down there in the end of the bunkers, where I washed up on the beach, there was a great big watermelon. Them days, watermelons were long, and I stepped right in the middle of it. Well, I'm telling you, I didn't tell anybody that for a long time. But I was scared. And then there's a little cemetery here, which didn't help any, eh? But they couldn't catch up with me that night. No, that was something.
He came to my father's house to go hunting, deer hunting. And I was in Halifax at the time. I was in Halifax, and my sister had come down to visit. And she said when she got back, oh, you should see Robert. He's so handsome.
Now, don't tell him everything.
Shut up. And anyway, so I did come home, and he was there. And just like that, I had to have him. But he didn't know that. I had him trapped, and he didn't know it. And that was going on 63 years ago. It will be 63 in November. I don't think I came to the Bug Light until after we were married. But
oh, yes, you did.
He said I did. Okay, when I was working in town, he would come. I was boarding in town and working, and he would come all the way from the Bug Light to take me to the movies. After the movies, he'd walk me back towards where the train station was. And then he had to turn around and walk all the way back here at night home. He's still complaining. I didn't ask him in.
Ooh.
Look what happened.